Hey, this is Tony with Salt Strong, and in this video I wanted to share a tip when it comes to purchasing egg sinkers. A lot of people don't really think about this, but really inspecting your egg sinkers for the quality. And what I mean by that is taking a look at the area, obviously, where your line would be going into the egg sinker, because with egg sinkers are typically going to be sliding, up and down your line. So you want an egg sinker that does not have any obstructions at the opening of the egg sinker or actually inside the hole itself, because it can cost you either losing a fish or losing your entire rig or both. So I have a really good example here of a very poor quality egg sinker. As you can see, this egg sinker has this very sharp point on it. As you can see, it wasn't really cleaned off very well. Also, on this egg sinker on the other side, you can barely see it, but there's actually a piece of lead that's somewhat protruding inside of that opening, and that will cost you a fish or your rig or both, because again, this is going to be sliding up and down your line. If there are any obstructions or any sharp points on it rubbing up against your line's going to break. Now, a lot of people will say, well, you should just use beads and that will keep the ends of the egg sinker from tearing up your knot. I actually never use beads when I'm using egg sinkers. All I do is just make sure I'm buying a quality egg sinker that doesn't have any obstructions on them. Typically, you're not going to really see a brand name when you're shopping for egg sinkers at a local tackle shop. They're usually made by somebody local. So just really inspect them. Each one you pick up, don't just reach in there and grab a handful and throw them in a bag and call it a day, because half of them might be a little bit screwed up. So again, just a quick tip there to make sure you're checking the quality of your egg sinkers. That way you don't risk losing a fish or losing your rig or both. Now, if you do happen to have a bunch of egg sinkers that are a little screwed up, you don't have to throw them out. The nice thing about lead is that it's very soft, so you can actually, cut these pieces off that may be protruding from it, and you can use a file, a small round file, to smooth out the edges and also smooth out the inside if needed. So you don't necessarily have to throw them out. It can be fixed on your own. But again, I just highly recommend checking them out. That way you don't have to waste any time having to do that. So that will wrap up this video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below.
If you are new to Salt Strong, we are the largest online fishing club for saltwater anglers, and we guarantee you two things. Number one, you'll start catching more fish in less time. And number two, you will save a ton of money on your favorite tackle and gear with discounts available exclusively for our members. To learn more, go to saltstrong.com and we'll see you there.
There's something about the water that'll give you peace, all by yourself or with your family. Live Salt Strong and wear the line today.